I would walk you through how we are organizing our upcoming move into a new house. We are a family of 8, soon to be 9. We have always rented either apartments or houses, and we are buying our first home, Lord willing. It closes on Friday, and we will be moving next weekend. We are really excited. It has been a frustrating journey, and reminds me a lot of in the book of Exodus when Pharaoh is hardening his heart, and it says something to the effect of that God hardened Pharaoh's heart, allowed his heart to be hardened so that God's signs and wonders could be multiplied. And that's what this process has felt like. Every single step has been an obstacle. It has been frustrating, and God has pulled it through every single time, even when it looked like it might not work. So maybe we'll make a video and share about the process a little more, but suffice to say, it has been long, it has been frustrating, it has been uncertain at times, and yet it is happening, and we are really, really excited at God's provision for our family. We'll have a little bit more room to spread out, especially bedroom-wise, and also our main living area. And so we're just really thrilled that we have just such an awesome provision. Anyway, so we have been packing to move. I've been doing little bits at a time. And I just wanted to share with you how we're organizing our boxes so that when it comes to moving day, as we have helpers and even our own kids and even Claudia, you know, I kind of organize stuff around here, and he sometimes doesn't know where things, where I want them or whatever. And so this way it can be a little bit clearer to everyone, and I don't have to direct every item and box as to where it goes. Also, if something does get put in the wrong place, not a biggie, doesn't matter. It's labeled, and we'll be able to take it where we need it whenever that comes about. So I'm going to give you a look at our basement staging area. This is a full basement, is not finished, but it does provide us a lot of space. So I have sections here in the back. These are empty boxes. The shelf, obviously, we're going to take down and bring with us, and those kiddie pools, again, will come with us. They just haven't been labeled yet. But all these boxes here are empty, waiting to be filled. We have a pile next to it. So all the way from these car seats and the roll of sleeping pads and all those boxes at the back, all of these are for our basement. The new basement is a partially finished basement. So about 2/3 is finished, and the other 1/3 has laundry hookups and is unfinished. So all of this stuff on this back wall here, all these clothing bins, camping stuff, miscellaneous things that are already stored in our basement, are going in the back portion of the unfinished part of the new basement. And then I'll be able to show you the labels on this. This little stack and the tricycle, but not the kid on the tricycle, and all those bikes, all of that is going to be in the front portion of the unfinished basement. It has some French doors that go out. So what I did was I color coded each level of the new house. So the basement is pink. It has an arrow going down, so when people walk in the house with a box, they know they need to go downstairs, and then it tells which area this is. So the unfinished front part of the basement. This is actually for the finished part of the basement. Exercise equipment also is going in the finished area of our basement. So that's the basement level. And then this pile here is all for the main level. It looks kind of small. We do have about probably 1/3 or 1/4 of our school materials are still in use on our shelves, and all of our kitchen stuff is still in the kitchen. I have not packed that yet. So this doesn't look very big, and also we don't have our shelves and couch and all that kind of stuff down here. Obviously we're using it, but this is how this is labeled. Orange is our main level, and I have this little arrow here, so you don't go up or down, you just find which room you're going in. And I think most of these are for the office / schoolroom, but there are obviously other areas in our main floor. So that's the main floor. And probably once the kitchen is packed up, all this empty space here is going to be full of kitchen boxes. Then I have over here, this is for our second floor. I packed all the bedding and pillows. Well, I shouldn't say all. Some bedding, like some linens, are actually stuffed in boxes, either for padding or filling space. But I put soft things in these. They're easy to squish into the moving truck. And the kids helped make they helped me make these little tags. So we have a bunch of them with all the different room names and color coding. So the upstairs is blue. It has an arrow. So when you walk in the front door with a box or a bag in the new house, you go upstairs and you find that area. And that's kind of it. There's still stuff down here that, like everything but the balls and the ball container here. These boxes are all for giving away, probably to the thrift store. We took down our beds on Saturday. Well, Claude took down the beds on Saturday and the big kids helped him. So these are all the frames. We did that in advance because we did not want to be doing it on top of packing the kitchen and all the last minute things just a couple days before we move. Everyone's on mattresses. Claude and I are on an air mattress. We're totally fine with that. So, so that's just a look at how we have organized our boxes and things that we've packed. In the new house, we are going to be making signs. I'll have the kids help me that have the same color coding and the same little arrow symbols so that each room or each area is going to be marked so that hopefully people can find things easily. And again, I don't have to be directing traffic for everything. So that's how we are organizing our upcoming move. We might get some footage of our progress. We might get some footage of the moving day. We might not. I really have no idea. But I just wanted to share with you how we are keeping things as organized as we can and trying to smooth out things as much as possible. It's going to be crazy. It's going to be chaotic. We have moved several times in our marriage. We've moved apartments 2 or 3 times. We have moved long distance from New York to Texas and Texas to Virginia. And so we've done this a few times. We know that there's a lot of things that we can do in advance to hopefully reduce stress and chaos. But when it comes down to it, it's going to get crazy at the end. So, and one last thing, I like to plan. And so along with this system of labeling things, I did actually kind of go through the whole house and think of all the areas in our current house and the things that are there and the areas in the new house. So I know pretty much every item, everything in the house, where it's going to go in the new house, which I think is going to help when we're unpacking. And if you hear lots of footsteps, it's because I'm right under the kitchen and the living room and the kids are running around. The other thing that I tried to plan in advance was kind of a packing schedule. Like I can pack this in advance and I'm going to do these things and whatever. And it did not work out. What I found that worked was just to have a list of areas I can pack in advance. And then I have my list of last minute areas I can't do anything about until the last minute. And then I just kind of went through areas that I felt like I could tackle on a day. I still have some to do, obviously. And we're going to be working on that this week. And then the end of next week, right before the move. So the advanced planning is good, but it doesn't always pan out. And so the key is always being flexible. Planning is awesome. Organization is awesome. But if it's not flexible, it's not going to work. And we've learned that. And so we just scratch things that don't work, tweak them if they need that, toss it out totally if it's not doing anything, and keep it if it does. So organization and planning is definitely a tool to serve us. And having moved a few times, we've kind of learned, when to try to stick with the plan and when to just let go and try something different. So that is it. I'll give you one more quick look here. There we go. That's our staging area. And one last thing, we chose to stage things in the basement, mostly because of space, but also because we have these nice big doors here. And if you walk out the doors and you go that way and you go around the house, the side of the house, the bottom of our driveway is there. So we will be able to back up a truck at the bottom of the driveway and open up the back, and people can just be walking right out these doors and up the ramps of the truck. And even for the things that we need from upstairs, we have a couple of appliances, we have a little bit of furniture, and then odds and ends. Those things can go out the front door. We chose not to have most things going out the front door because we have a full flight of steps from the front porch, and we thought it was easier to kind of take things down in small batches down our basement steps now and kind of smooth things out on moving day. So hopefully that is helpful. I know it'll get done even if it's crazy and whatever. So it will get done. And again, we are excited, and we're happy to have you along for part of this journey. And I think I'm going to sign off now. I've got this little guy's getting into the fishing poles. What do you have there? Pole. So I think I should pack those up. I don't think you're supposed to have that, buddy. Are you supposed to have that?
Why?
Okay.
Why?
Can you say bye?
Bye.
Good job.